Today I'm going to show you how to set up a reoccurring newsletter. So most companies want some type of newsletter. An effective email newsletter will help you stay in touch with your clients and prospects. Remember that sharing useful information about your products or services is only going to help you establish you as an expert on the topic. The more customers that see you're an expert and knowledgeable about the topic, the stronger and more trustworthy the relationship. So our system is perfect for setting up a reoccurring newsletter. You can set it up to go out monthly if you want. Yeah, you can set up a newsletter to go out quarterly. It's completely up to you. So it's really easy to set up a newsletter. So we're always going to start by going to our contacts database. It's going to be very similar to how we sent out a broadcast email in the previous video. The only difference is I think that with the newsletter you might want to send to your entire contact database. So you can see that for this group that I'm in right now, I have 421 contacts. If I wanted to send a newsletter out to all of these contacts, it's just as easy as hitting this Email These Contacts tab down here under the Actions bar. If I hit that, it's going to take me to the email creation page where now I can open that message if I had saved it, or I can create an entirely new email message. What's nice is in our system is once you go through and you create that email and you have the entire email ready to go, if we scroll down here, you'll notice right by the green send message icon, there's this calendar. And this calendar is great because if I want to delay that email, I can delay it and have it get sent out on any date. So if I created the email today on the 16th of October, but I don't want it to go out to the 1st, I can just use this calendar to select the 1st of November and also the time, and then I can send that newsletter out at that delayed date. So another thing to remember when sending out a newsletter, and we talked about this in the previous video on sending broadcast emails, since we're sending to a large audience, we're going to want to use the merge icon here to grab everybody's first name. This is nice. It just adds personalization to the email. So it's going to grab everybody's first name. It's going to address that email starting with their first name. So I'm going to hit that yellow merge icon. It's going to give me this box here. I'm going to use this drop down to select first name, and you have a bunch of options here, so you can get pretty creative with this, and that's something we'll get into in the future videos. But for this example, I'm going to choose first name. So I'm going to do first name. I'm going to hit this green insert mail merge placeholder, and it's going to show up like this. It's going to say first name placeholder, but when the email gets sent out, it's going to grab everybody's first name. So we'll start with Clyde, Tara, Michael, Susan. So it's just a great way to add personalization to this email, especially if you're sending to a large audience. So newsletters are definitely something I would recommend setting up for your company. Like I said when I opened up this video, the more information that you can hand your consumers and your customers and your prospects, the more that they're going to start to see you as an expert on the topic. And once they see you as an expert in this field, in this industry, that only is going to gain their trust even more. So now that you know how to create a reoccurring email newsletter, you should have no problem setting this up inside the CRM and implementing it into your current marketing campaign.